The EZA for Intelligence Gogeta has been announced. You guys know what time it is. I'm going to go ahead, hop into his data on the Dokkan Wiki, go ahead and change a few things and see, not necessarily to go ahead and predict, but more so to show you guys what I really want from a Gogeta. But also, I mean, it'd be really cool if one of these actually became true. But really, theoretically, I mean, we don't know until the EZA, like the EZA information actually drops for Gogeta. But I do hope, I sincerely hope that they make this guy extremely good, either defensively, offensively, which I think they should focus on offense for this guy. But if you focus on defense, that would be really cool as well. And then, you know, maybe even if they made him like a support type unit, that would work actually very well, because I'll tell you guys right now, there's a lot of fusion units who can definitely use a lot of defense, you know. But that's besides the point. Here we have Intelligence Gogeta. I have 3 different builds that I created. So let me know in the comment section below which one is your favorite. Which one do you see them actually trying to implement? If none of them, if you don't think they're going to implement something close to any of them, that's perfectly fine. I just went ahead, had some fun with this. You know, sometimes it's nice to be realistic, but other times, you know, you kind of want to play around and see what you can do, especially with what the unit already does, right? So the first build, I mean, actually, before we take a look at any of the builds, we need to make sure we know what this Gogeta does before he EZAs. So super attack causes supreme damage to enemy and lowers attack and defense. We already know he's a 120 lead. Passive skill, attack plus 120%, and attacks effective against all types. So when this guy came out, he was very strong, like very strong. His issue was defense. This passive skill, all it screams is offense, offense. He had an issue with defense. He had nowhere in his kit, right? I mean, I guess he gets defense from like prepare for battle. I guess fuse fighters, no experienced fighters. Like, he doesn't get that much defense from his link, so he really had no defense here, which was his main issue, right? So the first kit I have for him, obviously, the moment a 120 gets his EZA, it becomes a 130 lead. Super attack, I have for the first one, him stacking defense, causing immense damage to enemy and greatly lowering attack and defense, because right now he just only lowers attack and defense, not greatly. So I think greatly would help him put out a little bit more damage, allow you to do more damage with all your units, and allow them to hit you just not as hard, right? And then at the same time, he is stacking defense. So passive skill, this is more of like a simplistic build, more of like a balanced build, if you will. So attack plus 150% at the start of turn, which is 30% more than what he got before. Defense plus 20% with each attack received, up to 120%. Attacks effective against all types, and then all allies key to an attack and defense plus 20%. So with this build, the reason why I say it's you know, very balanced is because A, he's getting a lot more attack, so he's going to be hitting a lot harder. Mind you, his stats, right? His stats are going to be increasing as well, so he's going to be hitting a lot harder. He's still effective against all types, which is still going to make him hit harder. But now he's getting up to 120 defense. He gets up to 120% defense, 20% every time he gets hit, up to 120%, I mean, which is going to help him defend so much better. But meantime, he is going to be raising his defense, which is going to be very solid. Now, you know, let me tell you guys right now, I mean, 120% defense isn't 150, sure. And then him starting out, like, I'm a fan of this build, but I'm also not a fan of him starting out, you know, with him starting out without any defense. Just like the AGL Rose, the EZA Rose, he is very strong, but he has to be hit for his defense to really start kicking in, and that's the issue with that unit. And you might ask, yo, Mr. Baby, why would you make a unit they not necessarily like? Well, because, to be truthful, Dokkan doesn't always make units that I necessarily like, right? So I want to be realistic here. This could be a possibility, right? So I want it to be realistic as possible. This is my first build for Gogeta. Let me know what you guys think. Let's move on to the second one. Causes immense damage to enemy and massively lowers attack and defense. This is going to be the hardest hitting Gogeta, okay, from this build. He's actually a monster, okay? So attack and defense was 140% at the start of turn. At the start of turn. So it's not attack plus 150% like it is over here, but both attack and defense is at 140% at the start of turn, which is very strong. Attack plus 30% and guards against all types when enemy is at 50% HP or more. So yes, his effective against all types is restricted now, but for good reason. So really quick, let me just go ahead and explain this. Let me actually read the second part and then I'll explain it. So defense plus 30% and attacks effective against all types. There it is. When enemy is 49% HP or less. So here's what I was kind of thinking with this unit, right? Gogeta. When the enemy first appears, right, full HP, you're going to want to have more defense on your side. And then at the point of they're about to be finished, not they're about to be finished, but at the point where you can start dominating, right, when they're less than 50% HP, that's when you start hitting extremely hard. So when your enemy is at 50% HP or more, he's going to have a mini attack boost here, right? Just a mini attack boost, but he's going to be guarding all attacks. So his defense is going to be very, very good. But the moment your enemy drops below 49% HP, he gains just a little bit of defense, but now he's effective against all types. So no matter who your enemy is, he's going to be hitting harder regardless, right? Now, if you're facing a movie boss's enemy, I'm telling you right now, they're going to get absolutely destroyed. Because he gets attack and defense plus 30%, high chance to crit, and performs an additional attack with a high chance of becoming a super attack when facing a movie boss's category enemy. So, if you're fighting Janemba at 40% HP, this guy gets attack and defense plus 140%. An extra 30% defense for 170% defense, and he's effective against all types. And then an additional attack and defense plus 30%, so you're at 170% attack, 200% defense, effective against all types, with a high chance to crit, and a high chance to perform an additional a guaranteed additional attack that has a high chance to perform a super attack, which can still has a high chance to crit, if that makes sense, when facing movie boss's category enemy. This guy is dumb, right? This guy is dumb. This guy can hit very, very, very hard. When you take into consideration his links at level 10 and his stats boost, this guy is going to be very, very, very strong. So let me know what you guys think. I think this is definitely the most OP build I've ever made for any EZA unit ever. But I feel like, it's Gogeta, right? He definitely deserves the love, you know? And lastly, we have my last build, more of like a support type build for this Gogeta. So on a super attack, he raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes immense damage to enemy, and lowers attack and defense. So I didn't change greatly and massively or anything like that. Passive skill, attack and defense plus 120%. So right away, I want to give him a good amount of defense. You know, I don't like support type units. I do not like support type units who support really well but can't defend for their lives, right? So giving 120% to defense is helping Gogeta in those tough spots, right? Attack plus 40% after receiving an attack. So of course Gogeta has to have just a little bit more attack than he has defense. So this is similar to the Beerus ability, where Beerus, as soon as he gets hit, every rotation, as soon as he gets hit first, is going to gain 70% attack, making him hit a lot harder. So kind of similar thing here with Gogeta. All allies attack and defense plus 5% with each attack received from a movie boss's category enemy up to 40%. I don't think we've ever seen this in the game before. A unit who buffs their allies for every attack that they receive. Plus 5% attack and defense up to 40%. And then other World Warrior category allies key to and attack and defense plus 20%. So let me explain something, right? This is huge. Let's say you have, I don't know, this guy on your team, okay? This guy gets 150% attack and defense at the start of turn. So the moment that you bring someone like this on that rotation, they're going to be sharing what? It looks like they share Golden Warrior, Super Saiyan, Fuse Fighter, obviously, Prepare for Battle, and Fierce Battle. Okay, so they share, so let me see. Yeah, they're sharing, they're sharing 5 links. Okay, so they're sharing 5 links, which is very good. We'll take a look at the links in just a second. But on top of 150% attack and defense, this guy is going to be giving 60% to attack and defense as long as you're facing a move boss the enemy, and this guy's completely built up from his passive, right? So giving 60% to attack and defense to this guy, who by the way has aged extremely well. This guy is still very, very solid, but giving him 60% attack and defense is going to make him an absolute monster. But we have not taken into consideration the links just yet. So links, Golden Warrior, It's giving 1 key, all enemies defense minus 10%, which is going to help this guy hit a little bit harder, right? Super Saiyan, attack plus 15%. Fuse Fighter, key 2 and attack and defense plus 5%. So right now we're at 2 key, attack plus what? 20% and defense plus 5%. Prepared for battle, another 2 key, attack and defense plus 5%. So right now we're at 4 key, attack plus 25%, and what was it, defense plus 10%? Yeah, defense plus 10%. And then Fierce Battle, which is attack plus 20%. So in all, 4 key, I mean actually no, 5 key from Golden Warrior, 5 key, 45% attack and 10% defense. And you slap that on top of what he gives, that's going to be what? Key 4, attack, well, it was 105, that's right, attack plus 105% and defense plus 70% to this guy right here. That is going to be absolutely insane, I am telling you right now. Giving this guy attack plus 105%, are you kidding me? And defense plus 70%, are you kidding me? And 4 key. And he gets key 3, like this rotation is definitely one of the strongest rotations in the game. And this Gogeta is still going to be really good, extremely good, because he's raising attack and defense on super attack, and he's getting deep. He's not hitting harder in terms of his, what's it called? He's not hitting harder here in terms of his attack. And actually, I think I didn't give him the ability to effective against all types here. So that was my mistake. I should have definitely added that. But in terms of this, he's only hitting harder due to his super attack. Only to his super attack. And the ability to get 40% attack after receiving an attack. But again, that's if you receive an attack. If you don't put this guy in the first slot, you're just simply not receiving an attack unless you're fighting like a unit who does like a whole AoE, right? They do an AoE in the second slot, and this Gogeta is in the second slot. That's definitely going to, trigger his ability there. But since units attack, if you're not in the first slot, units are going to attack after you attack in the second or third slot. So that doesn't necessarily mean anything, right? Again, if it's an AoE that attacked after the first slot already attacked, if that makes any sense. But let me know what you guys think. You can also link them up with this Gogeta right here. They share 6 links. Golden Warrior, Super Saiyan, Prepare for Battle, Over the Flash, Fuse Fighter, and Fierce Battle. Over the Flash giving key 3 and attack plus 7%. So it's literally instant super attacks with these guys. You guys already know this, and this guy's obviously really good. And then when he goes into his blue form, I think they drop. Yeah, Warrior Gods is replaced for what? Golden Warrior. That makes sense. Yeah. So Golden Warrior is lost, but that's still fine. You're still sharing a good amount of links here, especially over in a Flash, which is giving a lot of key and 7% attack, which is very decent. And then, I mean, if you have another option, you can definitely link him up with this guy right here. This guy is just dumb. We know this, right? This guy's extremely dumb. So let me know what you guys think. I'm expecting big things from this Gogeta. I do think this Gogeta could definitely be one of the best 120. No, not one of the best. The best 120 EZA in the game. Definitely. He has to be like top 2, right? Top 2. If he's not top 2, I'll be disappointed. Super 17 is very good, so you're gonna have to compete with him. Then you got a unit like, I mean, Super Saiyan 3 Broly. It's not really that hard to compete with him because he's not that, he's not the greatest. And then Kid Buu, he's okay. I'm not the biggest fan of Kid Buu. He's definitely a lot better, but he's not like, oh my goodness, at least to me, maybe if you're a huge Kid Buu fan and you think he hits absolutely, like he Link level 10, Rainbow, then sure. I'm just not the biggest fan of him. So let me know what you guys think. If you guys enjoyed today's video, like button, subscribe if you are new, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.